All right, all right, all right, everybody. I am fairly certain that we are live out here on LinkedIn as well as in other channels, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I believe. So welcome everyone to what I like to call the in-between, between all of the holidays and the new year. And my birthday actually falls in this in between, which is sort of interesting. I've been thinking about that a lot. Maybe I'll be writing a blog about that as well. Uh, I think I will. I think I'll be writing a blog about kind of, this in between space. And I'm going to talk about it even today in today's live. So let's get started. But I do want to wish everyone happy. I hope everyone has been happy and healthy and, you know, creating memories you'll cherish for a lifetime. And, it's a busy time of year. Lots of people sick in my family, lots of just like things are canceled or half the people aren't there. It seems has been it is we have not like had a normal Christmas since COVID. I don't think there's always something, some flu, some illness that people are coming down with that's you know keeping everyone from gathering. So my hope is that next Christmas everyone will be together, healthy, happy, and creating those cherished memories because ultimately, isn't that what it's all about? To be with the people you love, sharing time together, um, creating memories, like I said. So I'm wishing all of that for all of you. And now let's get to it. What am I thinking about today? What do I want to talk about today is, are you tired of waffling in your career? So, so Career Alchemy Academy, there's the QR code over my shoulder. You can read more about what is Career Alchemy Academy, but I talk about it a lot because it's the most important thing to me in my work. And I have to say, because this time of year, for me, as well as for other people, yes, there's lots of joy. There's, you know, uh, music and lights and decorations and gathering of people. And there's also the missing of people that have passed on and the sort of an ending of a year and before we're beginning something new. And for me, with any endings, even if they're, you know, anticipated and normal, I can get melancholy a little bit, just sort of um, sensitive, emotionally sensitive. And I don't know if that's true for all of you, but it can be both the joyful and the tender, I guess, is really how I'm feeling. Tender. And so and so I was thinking about Career Alchemy Academy and the fact that we meet every week. And I thought to myself, thank God, that I have a place to go where I'm with these other women who are um, so magnificent and so real and, you know, committed to creating lives that are fulfilling and satisfying and impactful, and also not afraid to go into the deep end with the things that have us, our hearts breaking open a little bit, and that we have that, you know, support system through Career Alchemy Academy. And again, it isn't, even though, yes, I'm, leading it, but it is also just a huge, tremendous support for me and something that I've been looking forward to. And when, when I was writing out what I'm talking to you about today, Career Alchemy just was the center of the story around waffling because Career Alchemy has three core pillars. Our first one is what we call our vision, right? So when you come in, you're really thinking about getting clarity on where you want to grow. What's the ideal role for you in your career, going forward? What's the are you fully connected to your values and to the things that bring you joy? And are you creating something through your skills, gifts, and abilities, through the work that you're doing that that strengthens you and those around you. But really, when you're strong, when you're joy filled, when you're committed, when you're excited, right? Um, I believe that's because you have a clear vision connected to your authentic self, your true nature, and you're moving forward on that path, right? So that's the first thing, is getting very clear on what are we letting go of and what are we bringing forward, what are the gaps. And those gaps are awesome because there's so much fun inside of the not knowing, or even the not yet, right? So then the second pillar of career alchemy is the path. So now you've kind of got clarity around your vision, and you're creating visibility for where you want to go with other people, letting people know about what you want because you're certain, you have the clarity around it, getting alignment, agreement along the way from other people, uh, about opening doors and connecting you to resources and to people, and all of it requires these little mini um, this is kind of what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm aligned with what you're looking for. Can we get agreement that you can help me in this? Yes, I'm aligned with that. And it also is a lot of inner work going on as well, through the second, through all the pillars, really. It's both an inside and outside job, but we start on the inside. And so that's happening in pillar two, is we're just moving your path forward, and committing to creating magnificent results along the way. And then finally, the tools. So these are really the things that support you um, as you transform from who you were, realigning, reconnecting, or connecting for the first time in a long time to your authentic self and that true nature. And now you are Career Alchemy Academy, and this community is part of that support. But also, um, we talk about job search assets, just your basic, how's your resume? How's your LinkedIn profile? How's your messaging? Messaging is so important. A LinkedIn message is different than an email message, is different than a phone message, is different than a message you deliver in person. So what is the messaging you want? What are you, looking for? If you're asking for something, or if you're giving something instead, what is the point of the purpose? And so we spend time um, in those job search assets, career assets, I guess I'll call them. It's not just job search because it's also career. And then we talk about in the third pillar of your tools, probably we talk about mindset, and you learn the mindset model and how to, you know, track your thinking and create thoughts that are productive and useful and have you feeling energized. We talk about something that we call the retrospective, so the evaluation along the way of our actions and our results, making sure that we're finding in the dross, the alchemy dross, we're finding the gold so that we continue to build and even something even more magnificent, right, in our careers and our lives. And the biggest one that I think kind of the foundational tool is your spiritual intelligence. So this is your inner wisdom connecting with outer guidance that we lean into. We begin to build trust in that, right? And so this month, December, again, if you've been watching me here on the lives or you read my blogs, you know that every month we have some sort of touchstone inside of Career Alchemy Academy. We've had so many: simplify, presence, energy, visibility, authenticity, like so many different touchstones this year. And for the month of December, the touchstone was signals. So really focusing on this spiritual intelligence and how you can ask for signs, understand the signals that are coming to you, being able to kind of know what is truth, because there's your left brain logical that isn't necessarily the inner truth of what you want to do. It might make sense up here, but inside, in your core, in your spiritual center, it isn't making sense. And we are building this muscle of trusting that spiritual intelligence that sits in our center, and then allowing the logical intelligence, the you know, the processing and the analyzing, to support this wisdom that we have about what's next and what's right for us. So we've been focused on signals, and we've talked about how you tune in to this inner wisdom through meditation. We talked about dreams, and I'm going to really go down the rabbit hole on dreams. We've talked about metaphor and using metaphor as a way to kind of untangle an issue or a problem, a dilemma that you might be having, and gaining insight. And dreams, as I mentioned, and we within the dreams, I taught two different ways to analyze your dreams, and different ways to do that, and encouraging the journaling through meditation, through metaphor, and through dreams. That you're writing things down and you're starting to learn how your subconscious or your expanded self communicates. Like, how do they like to communicate with you? Sometimes for some people, dreams are very, very strong. For other people, it might be something out of nature. For other people, it could be a song, or a book, or a word, all of that. And we talk about what's called the clairs. So clair sentience, like a feeling that you get that feels like truth, or a smell. Clair, I forget what the smell one is, but the smell, the taste, clairgustance, like that. All of a sudden you get a taste in your mouth and you're like, ooh, that reminds me of this. Oh, maybe that's some information for me. So there is a real tuning into your spiritual intelligence, and it communicates differently. It can communicate in words, but not quite in the same way as your logical brain communicates, the written word sort of thing. So anyways, all to say that I had a dream. So I had a dream, and one of the ways that I do dream analysis, but sometimes between that fully asleep and fully awake place, there's that liminal in between space that you're not fully awake yet. And lots of people, and lots of what I've read about people getting information from their dreams, happens in this space of not fully asleep, not fully awake. And that was what happened to me. I had this word kind of come across my forehead, waffle. And then I'm getting more awake, right? And so I start like thinking about this word waffle, and I'm like, am I supposed to be eating waffles? Why did that word come across my forehead? There must be a reason. I don't feel like making waffles. I don't have any interest in any waffles. And then there was something inside of me that said not waffles, but waffling. And I'm like, waffling. Oh, that is a message that hits home for me. I have been waffling on a lot of things. And here's the thing about waffling. Waffling is not lack of clarity. It's more of a lack of commitment. So the waffling that around, like, I've been wanting to really like step into a regular weightlifting resistance training routine for a couple of years. That's a big waffle. I've gathered all of the information. It's not lack of clarity. I know I belong to a health club. I know the classes I could take. I know the personal trainer that I'd be interested in working with if I were to choose a personal trainer. I know some other, CrossFit places. I'm sort of intrigued by CrossFit that are in my area that I could go to, that I've gotten recommendations from other people. And that's also in my knowing, and yet no decision. No commitment. That's waffling, right? I've been waffling on a children's book. And I have been working on a children's book for 5 years. I've been talking it through. I've got stuff written, but I've never finished it. It's just a bunch of general ideas with some specifics, but no real ending. And I want to finish it. That's the thing, right? I want to weight lift. I want to finish this book, you know? And I know that once I finish the book, I know the process. I'm going to send it to publishers, right? I'm going to find maybe a literary agent to support me. I know all of that, but you got to finish the book, right? So waffling. And what else have I been waffling? There was something else I've been waffling on. Oh, there's a workshop I literally have a folder. Where is it? I can't show it to you, but um, with a workshop that I want to do every week for all of you out there, just a regular workshop that I can offer to people. I've written it up with the help of AI. I've kind of got it figured out. Yet, have you heard about it? No, because I just haven't done what needs to get done. I know what to do. I'm very clear what to do next. I haven't done it yet. Waffling. So, um, what I realized is, as I'm thinking about all of this for myself, I'm thinking about all of you always and thinking, where have you perhaps been waffling versus moving to what's next? The next, step, getting unstuck, moving out of waffling. And I thought to myself, okay, so what I do is support people who are in this in between space in their careers. And I wanted to offer a way to help you move from waffling to what's next. And so DM me if you're interested in a mini roadmap session about just kind of like um, what to do next. So I created 2 ways to work with me that are not my normal ways. If you go out to the website, you can work with me inside of Career Alchemy Academy, or you can hire me for my 6-month private coaching session. But when it comes to waffling, I thought I just want to offer 2 things, kind of smaller ways in which you can get support to move out of waffling. So I created 2 things: the mini career strategy session, 2 sessions. We set up the mini roadmap, and then we have the follow-up accountability session, and all of this is in January. And then, or a 6-session private coaching with me around job search and career. And so you can choose either of those options, but you have to sign up by December 31st. So there, the waffling has to stop. This is not a thing. If you're feeling it again inside, you're like, yes, I want some support like this, then just DM me. I'll send you the links. We'll get something scheduled in January. No more waffling. And so that's my support for you. But one of the other things that I did do is, as I was thinking about this children's book, I heard a song that had in its title the same creature that I have written about in my children's book. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that's my sign. My spiritual intelligence is like, Lori, quit waffling, do something. So I just want to say, in 2 hours, I finished the book. I've sent it off to 4 publishers and 1 literary agent, and who doesn't do children's books, but they referred me to someone who does. So I call that a win. And I've got these 4 publishers that accept non-agent books, meaning I don't have to have an agent to send my manuscript. Send it to those 4 people. It can take up to 6 months. And so now it's kind of in their hands. I'll keep looking for other publishers to send it to. I'll keep looking for literary agents. If anyone knows a children's picture book literary agent, it's so good. It's so good. And so, in my mind. But here's how I feel. When I stopped waffling, literally it took me 2 hours. That's the thing. Like, we have this whole, gathered all the information, but then waffling on commitment. And once I committed and said, I'm just doing it, it took me 2 hours. And that's literally finishing the book, getting it in, figuring out how to write the query letter, with the help of AI, got the query letter written. I used AI to find the publishers who accept manuscripts without an agent for children's books. I went out to a bunch of those, found 4 of them that I liked or felt good vibe, sent it out, done. And I feel, again, I don't know if anyone, chances of anyone responding, we all know, are probably really low, but that isn't the point, right? I feel um, just proud of myself, just proud of myself that something that I've been waffling on for years is now launched into the world and is awaiting a response back if it's meant to be. Maybe by this time next year, you will see me holding up this copy of a published or perhaps self-published children's book. And how magnificent is that? And maybe also when I'm doing it, I'll be flexing my muscles because I will have stopped waffling around weightlifting. No guarantees on that. And actually gotten into a regular resistance routine. Um, and I'm pretty certain, like Career Alchemy is here to support you from waffling to what's next. Finding myself a personal trainer is probably going to be the support I need to move from waffling to totally, strong and fit and regularly lifting, regularly lifting. So that's that. That's my talk today. Just a lot about Career Alchemy Academy, a lot about supporting you, but this idea of we're at the end of the year and we're just in the liminal space right now. We're in the in between, all of us, and there might be some waffling going on. Um, but you have inside of you a spiritual intelligence that can give you the support you need. It came to me in the title of a song that got me to move forward on the book. That connection I consider a way that my spiritual intelligence communicated with me, because I was writing about waffling and I was writing about this children's book. And then when I wrote that, between then and when my spiritual intelligence brought that song into my feed, into my Facebook feed, um, probably a week to 10 days later. So that's another thing I've learned about spiritual intelligence, like timing for them. For us, it could be, a week or two. For them, it's literally a blink of the eye. So we have to learn that spiritual timing is a little bit different too. But the once I felt that, I knew it deep here, and my spiritual intelligence was communicating to me. I took action, and now I feel so good. I feel so good, and it's also helping me with the other areas of waffling, knowing that it isn't actually as much of a heavy lift as I keep thinking, pun intended, between where I'm at today and moving into heavy lifting. So it's not a heavy lift, a heavy lift. Oh gosh. All right. I better sign off before you get overwhelmed with Lori's puns. So I just want to wish all of you the best of New Year's coming. 2026 feels really something different about 2026, I feel. And I know that your spiritual intelligence will be giving you what you need to show you the path forward. And I am here, and the community of women inside of Career Alchemy are here, welcoming you in to moving forward on, in alignment with your authentic self and your true nature, creating something magnificent in your career for yourself and for others. So let's do it together. All the best. Peace. Talk to you soon.